Hey James, Daphne here. Thank you for your email and your questions. I've tried to answer those in my email reply. So let's have a look at these next tasks. So this is a formal letter of application. It's looking really good. There are some good fixed expressions in here, which is the kind of thing we need. Just one point, very, very important. Don't put dear HR manager. Always in a formal letter, dear sir or madam. Dear manager just doesn't look very professional, really. And then yours faithfully, that's absolutely right. That's the right ending. Good. I'm writing to apply for the position of project manager, posted on your company website. Lovely. Having acquired, good, an honourable degree. Now, we don't say honourable. I know what you mean. We call it a BA or Bachelor of Arts or whatever. Hons. We just write it like that. So I would just put having acquired a degree. That's just so you know what we write in English. That's Bachelor of Arts, Hons. But you don't. That's just for your interest. I would just put a degree in civil and structural engineering. Just in 2000, not on year. In 2000. I subsequently, now we don't accomplish training. I was just thinking about this. We undertake, I undertook professional training. You don't need that because I sent you a link on this. Basically, it's general. It's not, if it's the professional training, I would need to know exactly which one. So you're not telling me which one. So when it's general here, you don't need an article. I undertook professional training and obtained the chartership. So this is right because it's specific. So give it a capital letter. The chartership blah, 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 in 2000. So again, not on. Check out prepositions of time if you're not sure. And this should be in as well. Which qualified me for the vacancy. Which qualifies, I would put present simple qualifies me still for this vacancy. After 20 years of experience in the field, I firmly recognise my personal interests and strengths in project management. Lovely. My proactive attitude, it would just be attitude in general, so just one, towards challenges, comma, as well as people-oriented mindset, which is essential. So the mindset, which is essential for any construction projects, make me, not myself, make me a competent candidate for this position. Good. I think you should put here, I believe that. It's slightly softer than, whoa, I'm amazing. It's like, it's very subtle, but I think this reads better to add that in. In addition, so sorry, just so you can see that's. In addition, my duties of managing overall delivery of construction in several mega-scale infrastructure projects, including railway, were highly relevant. Yeah, they're still relevant now. So again, a bit like up here, highly relevant. Sorry, are highly relevant to those expected for this job. My detailed experience has been elaborated in the attached CV for your reference. Good. Okay, that's lovely. Well done. Yep, that's perfect. I'm pleased to share my experience further in an interview whenever your schedule allows. So I wouldn't have that, and I put whenever your schedule allows. And I look forward to. Here I would put more formal. Looking forward to is more informal. Here I look forward to your response. Okay, really nice. Good letter, James. That's great. Well done. A few little mistakes there, but you know what you're doing. So I'm not worried about that. And that's a good length as well. So fine. People are becoming dependent on the internet and phone. Do the benefits of this outweigh the disadvantages? Okay, the popularity. Maybe you could put even here the current popularity of the internet and electronic devices. Technically, it is the internet with a capital I, like they've got there. Yeah. It is something that the examiner would notice. It's very annoying, but this is the internet. Such as mobile phones is on the rise. I think you can carry on here, and because it's quite a short sentence, while some experts argue these inventions bring a constructive or influence society in a positive influence. We don't bring an influence, we have an influence. Have a constructive influence on society. Yeah, so collocation, quite often when you hear me correcting, for me in English, what sounds right, these collocations, some words naturally sound good together. So I don't bring an influence, I usually have an influence. You can bring sometimes, but just to be safe, these inventions have a constructive influence on society. I strongly believe that abuse of this technology could, now rather than would, you do need to have could. They are different. Could is suggesting here have detrimental consequences to people, especially younger generations. Good. Consequence for. So influence on, you're right there, and consequences for people. Very good paragraph. And you do have this essay. You do need this. This essay will discuss these key issues using examples from. You don't need to make it very long. I know it's boring, but you do need it because otherwise I need to know where you're going. Yeah. Examples relating to whatever from online something, whatever, doesn't matter you want to say, but you do need that extra line in there. The sample evidence that so here you need to have the, because you're being specific. The utilization of online telecommunication revolutionizes, and I would argue for the present perfect because it's already started. So has revolutionized, ed, and I would move positively here. So has positively revolutionized, because it could be negatively, communication, or our way of communication. Yeah. So either communication or our way of communication. Having a mobile online, I would say having an internet connected mobile, not only okay, the grammar's not quite right here. Having a mobile online, not only a person could interface easily with family or friends, but also stay tuned. So you need to start off with by having. It is a bit different from just having. So by having an internet connected mobile, not only, and then the verb with not only but, the verb needs to be reversed. So the verb needs to come here. Super important this, okay? So not only could, so it's not only plus verb, not only could a person interface easily with a friend, I'd say more easily, but also stay tuned here, so there you're good. Yeah. So just check that out on a grammar page if you are not totally sure. But it's a good structure to use. It's showing lovely grammar, but get it right. Yep, so it's not only plus verb. By just updating a profile on social media. As a result, relationships could be maintained, networks expanded, and information sharing enhanced. And tell me those are all amazing things. Something about benefits. Yeah. For instance, recent research demonstrated that considerable professionals, not considerable, many professionals, or numerous professionals, such as doctors and engineers, have been adopting social media to connect with rivals or colleagues. Rivals as if it's a competition. So I hope with this group of people, I can't spell that. Come on. EAG. Yeah. Colleagues around the world. So colleagues is like collaborate is a positive word. So to connect and collaborate with. Okay, I really like that. Great example there. Okay, very good, well done. However, abuse or over-reliance on these systems could have severe consequences for, again, like we had before, most people, especially, I would say maybe vulnerable. I love adjectives, and just by putting in a vulnerable here suggests that they are, a bit anxious, they might need some help, that kind of thing. More especially, youngsters who usually have low self-controlling ability. Low self-control, not ability, just low self-control, may, so it's not would. Again, you want here may, might, or could, the ones I really like. So let's use might. Might likely become, well, actually, sorry, may. Let's go. May more likely become addicted. So we don't get addicted, we become addicted. Become addicted to smart devices if they are linked to them at an early age, at early ages, which might distort their interpretation of correct interpersonal skills. Good. So self-control may more likely become addicted to smart, like early ages. And I don't think you need which here, actually. I think that's the possibly not quite the right structure. I'm going to say, and this might. But that's a lovely, lovely sentence. Very good. This viewpoint was echoed by a study from or by, maybe in a study, just rather than so we're not having by and by. You could put here in a study, which showed that the capability of presentation and face-to-face discussion of primary school students being given, take that out, would say who had been. So here you've got a lovely passive and a past perfect passive. So check out that grammar. Whoa. Had been given a smartphone at the age of 8. Age of 8 will be comparatively weaker than those without due to a lack of practice. A lack of maybe experience, a lack of confidence, let's say, in face-to-face interaction. I think the word practice is misleading, because practice is like I have to practice reading to get good at it, or I have to practice writing essays. So I think it's a little bit unclear that. I'd go lack of confidence in face-to-face interaction. To conclude, the internet and smart devices are amazing tools for interaction. Oh, sorry, you've got interaction there. Face-to-face contact or face-to-face something like that. I wouldn't use amazing. I was going to say smart devices are extraordinary, sophisticated. That's a good word. Sophisticated tools for interaction, but not without negative effects. Negative side effects you'd have. Negative effects a bit different. Negative side effects. I firmly believe that if our young generation were to become heavily dependent on them, devastating. Yeah, I think it already has, but really lovely sentence. And that healthy growth in the future and should be monitored. Carefully. Yeah. James, wow, you write very, very well. It is always a pleasure to read your essay. The coherence is really getting good. So you can hear it's, I can find my, follow your argument really well. You're developing your arguments really nicely. So you're making a statement, then you're giving me extra information, which has a big impact on the task achievement. So that's great on the task achievement. Very, very strong on the coherence as well. I like your examples. They're relevant. They sound natural. And you are, you're sort of concluding your examples nicely as well. So that looks good. You're writing really well. I mean, so two things. Okay, for me, you're writing at a band 7. You may get more than that. Maybe not yet, but you just keep going. Keep going as you are. Keep listening to the corrections, which I hope are helping you. For me, this is really nice, very stylish, good writing. I like how you're making an effort to show me good grammar in here as well, sophisticated grammar. Word count, you're okay. Honestly, I have a lot of students who write 350 words. It is no problem, as long as you're okay on the time. Yeah? I mean, I reckon if you need to develop it more, if you feel you've got a lot to say, and you're still, if you can write it in 40 minutes, 350 is fine. But obviously with the timing, be careful, don't get, make sure you finish it. This is perfect. This is still absolutely perfect. Really, really good work. Thank you, James.